CMSportsNet is made possible by Genova's To Go, Carroll Links, and by Carroll Indoor Sports Center. Game On is brought to you by Aquino Financial Services.
Hi there, I'm Pat Stetzer, and welcome back to Game On. February is upon us. The groundhog saw his shadow. I think that means more winter. So why not spend the time with us as we dive into Carroll County High School sports? There's plenty to get into, so let's get started. It's Game On. Let's get right into some highlights from the boys basketball game Tuesday between Winters Mill and South Carroll. We pick it up late first quarter. Walker Phobel is going to pick up a steal, and Phobel scores just before the buzzer. The Cavaliers lead 17-8 after one. Second quarter now, and it's Nate Houston who spots up for a three-pointer, and Houston connects. The Cavaliers stretch their lead to 14 points. Moments later, it's Micah Puckett from the top of the arc, and it goes down for three. South Carroll all over Winters Mill in the first half. Into the third quarter now, Tommy Hinkhouse gets down low and scores off the glass. The Falcons are trying to keep it close. After a miss here, it's AJ DeFabio with a long pass to Puckett, and it's another triple for the senior. The Cavaliers are in control. Here's a nice shot coming up near the paint from Winters Mill sophomore Brett Kuhlman, but the Falcons are on the wrong side of this one. South Carroll wins the game big. Final score from Winfield, Cavaliers 62, Winters Mill 37. We had some county wrestling action Tuesday night as well when Century visited Manchester Valley. Eli Stein gives the Knights an early pin at 1:13. He gets the better of Grayson Hydorn midway through the third period. There's the pin for Stein. The Knights get another pin at 120 pounds thanks to Braden Brassel. He's a reigning county champion from last season. And Century leads Manchester Valley early on, 12-6. Man Valley's Ryan Hydorn helps the Mavericks get back into this dual meet. He gets a tech fall at 138, and the Mavericks have some momentum against Century. We're going to be at 144 pounds here, and it's Braden Vandervoort, talented wrestler from Man Valley, and the Mavericks get out in front of the Knights thanks to this quick pin from Vandervoort. Luke Borg of Man Valley and Century's Talon Evans are going at it late in the third period. Borg picks up a pin and rallies to win the match at 155, and back and forth we go between these county rivals. Century leads by 2 with 1 match to go, and Man Valley's Crew Boog wasting no time. His pin at 285 comes in less than 40 seconds, and it propels the Mavericks to a 38-34 victory. Good stuff there in Manchester between the Mavericks and the Knights. FSK and Westminster had a boys-girls hoops doubleheader on Monday. Let's see some action from the boys game first. Second quarter action, all Owls. Tonic Zita finds Charlie Molman. The senior hits from way downtown. Shea Greenwood misses a 3 in the far corner, but Greenwood stays with it, and he scores off the glass here for Westminster. And the Owls are rolling in the second quarter. Some good passing here. It's Tonic Zita, first Barrett, then Tonic Zita to Greenwood in front of the student section, and the home team is up big. Another fast break here for Westminster. Brandon Barrett again, this time to Molman. He finds room and goes up for the dunk. FSK doing its best to erase the deficit. Joel Wance hustles on this play here, and the senior gets the ball, loose ball, and he finds Austin Bertrand for a three-pointer. Now some more good defense, a good hustle from the Eagles on this turnover. and it's going to be Bertrand getting the ball near midcourt, and Bertrand going in for two. We've got a game now early in the fourth quarter. But Westminster responds. Zita to Molman. Waits for him, and Molman goes up and gets it for the end one play. He's pumped up, and the Owls get the win, going away 78-57. The girls' game preceded this one. It was a nail-biter that wasn't decided until the final minute. We're just before halftime, and Kenna Lanza makes a deposit at the bank. Give her 3, the Eagles lead the Owls by 5. Some nice perimeter passing. Xavier Bergie to Brinley Bogue right here, and it's Bogue for a triple. Westminster's down by 2. Back the other way, FSK. Lanza gets a screen here from Kenzie Bancroft. She goes in for a shot. It won't go, but Summer Brooks is there for the putback, and she draws a foul. Makes it a 3-point play. Fourth quarter now, FSK up 3 when Maddie Gassman goes baseline, and she finds Riley Bunting in the corner for a 3. We are all tied up, 39-39. Under 2 minutes to go, Key leads by 1, and it's Bergie with her first field goal of the game. It's a big one for the freshman, and Westminster has its first lead of the game. All right, fast forward, FSK up 1, 2 free throws from Brooks. Under 40 seconds to go, Bergie one more time. The Owls guard rattles home that three-pointer. One last chance to tie it up for FSK, but the Eagles cannot get the shot to go. Time runs out, and Westminster hangs on for a big-time win, 46-43, and the Owls go into first place in the county. We'll stay with girls basketball and take a look at some recent results. Liberty took down Winters Mill, and Man Valley got a road win against Century. That was the Mavericks' 4th straight win. And now some boys basketball results. The Lions win their 6th in the last 7, and then they beat Pikesville on Tuesday for a 4th victory in a row. Century keeps rolling. The Knights haven't dropped a game since December 20th. We'll have a few highlights for you here. Boys basketball from Liberty Winters Mill, a game that took place on January 31st. Jaden Zumbrin has all of the Lions' points so far here, and he's going to get 2 more after a steal near midcourt. Give Tristan West the assist, and Liberty scores. Colin Martin brings the ball up for the Lions. He waits for Gavin Spees to get his spot behind the arc. Spees for 3. Liberty is up by 9. Back come the Falcons. When Tommy Hinkhouse hits a 3 in front of Big Mill student section, the home team leads 41-39 in the third quarter. It's too much Liberty, though, after that. Here's Zumbrin to Spees for another tray, and the Lions lead goes up to 12. On this play, Winters Mill fails to get back all the way. Brady Bergen soars in for a layup, and Liberty is on its way to a 74-59 county victory. On to the top scorer performances from the past week. Tristan West puts up the 4th best game of the season, as reported to CMSportsNet. Nate Brown went off in the second half of that game against FSK, and Shea Greenwood tallied 6 3-pointers for the Owls on Monday. Stats leaders now, boys, as reported by county coaches, the CMSportsNet. Point leaders up first. Tristan West in the lead, 16.9 points per game. South Carroll's Michael Puckett and Century's Nate Brown are not too far behind. Rebounds leaders are next. 2 players averaging double figures. That's Benson Summerfeld of South Carroll and Charlie Molman of Westminster. And Winters Mill's Chase Siegel is keeping pace. Assist leaders next. Jaden Zumbrin, we just saw him. He's into the lead for the Lions. 4 players with 50 or more assists on the leaderboard. And the steals leaders rounded up. Walker Fogle leading in average, and Nate Brown has the most steals on the list. The Carroll County boys basketball standings are up next. The Knights can clinch the county title with 1 more win. Westminster and Liberty are battling for second place at the moment. And now over to the girls basketball county standings. The Owls are on top thanks to their win over Francis Scott Key on Monday. The Eagles sit in second place with the Mavs and Cavaliers right behind them. We'll stick with girls basketball. Stats leaders, same as the boys. County coaches reporting the stats to CMSportsNet. Points leaders tip it off. Maddie Gassman with a little bit of separation from the scoring pack. Gassman and Summer Brooks in the 200 points club for this season. Rebounds leaders, Gassman close to averaging a double-double so far this winter in these categories. FSK and South Carroll with 2 players apiece on the board. Assist leaders now, Abby Rieger leading the way, and Liberty shows up in the form of Courtney Goff and Allison Bald. And the steals leaders, Gassman, Rieger, and Emma Penchik with 5 or more steals per game. The girls basketball top performances from the last week look like this. Summer Brooks with a pair of solid games for Key. Same goes for Westminster's Maddie Gassman, and Abby Rieger chipped in last week for the Eagles against Century. Now we have some upcoming girls hoops games. A big game on Friday when FSK and Man Valley get together. The Owls face the Mavericks on Wednesday evening, and then they play Century on Friday. And boys basketball upcoming games of note. The top 2 teams square off in Westminster on Friday when the Owls take on the Knights. And a rivalry game that same night, the Lions head to Winfield to take on the Cavaliers. Speaking of that Friday night game between the Knights and the Owls, we're going to have it for you as our next CMSportsNet Game of the Week broadcast. Former county basketball standout Devin Lesniak joins me from the Westminster High School gym. Our pregame coverage at 6:20, and the tip is expected at 6:30. Let's talk about these 2 teams, and we'll start with Century. Knights can clinch their first county crown since 2022, but it would also be the 8th for the program since 2014. Longtime coach George Wonder recently surpassed 200 career wins against Carroll County teams. Wonder has 354 all-time wins, and he's 206 and 69 in his career in the county. Now let's talk about the Owls. They lost that first meeting with Century 52-41 back on January 14th in Eldersburg, but they've won 5 of their last 8 since then, and they've won 2 in a row. Westminster is trying to win a county championship for the first time since 2013. Over to the team stats comparison now. Century on a 10-game winning streak. Westminster has won 2 straight. The Knights' defense is a good one. They allow less than 42 points per game this season. The player matchup for Friday comes from the backcourt. Nate Brown has come on strong this year for Century. Tonic Zita doing a little bit of everything for the Owls. So it's the Knights and the Owls from Westminster on Friday, February 7th, our next Game of the Week broadcast. Join us to see if Century stays unbeaten in county play or if the Owls can gain ground in the standings. Time for a quick break. We come back, it's over to wrestling to check up on Carroll County's teams, plus the latest CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week. So don't go away. Game on. We'll be right back.
Gear up! Adult volunteers are needed for robotics tournaments. First Chesapeake, part of a global robotics community for youth ages 4 to 18, seeks adult volunteers to serve as referees, judges, and support staff at tournaments across Washington, D.C., Maryland, Virginia, and West Virginia, each year from November to April. No robotics experience is required. These free events inspire youth to explore STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, while fostering leadership and teamwork. Volunteer today. Sign up online at firstchesapeake.org/volunteer. Let's gear up for the future.
Hungry? Genova's to go. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more. Fresh hot pizza right from the oven. Genova's to go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genova's to go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genova's to go. Genova's to go carry-out, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations. Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg. For lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genova's to go.
There's a lot about Sarah and Tara that's exactly alike. They drink the same coffee, they have the same great job, and they both have a high-quality education. The only difference? Sarah spent her first 2 years at Carroll Community College, getting the same exceptional education, but at less than half the cost. So while Tara uses her paycheck to make student loan payments, Sarah can use hers for other things, like going out for coffee. Get started at carrollcc.edu.
Carroll Indoor Sports Center, celebrating its 30th season. 66,000 square feet of fields and courts. Rain or shine, multiple soccer and lacrosse leagues, artificial turf fields and courts to rent. Party rooms and snack bar available. Summer camp for the kids. Safe indoor environment for athletes of all ages. Carroll Indoor Sports Center. Your sport, anytime.
Hi, I'm Steve Aquino. Creating a financial plan requires a disciplined, well-thought-out approach. At Aquino Financial Group, our mission is to provide a variety of solutions to help our clients fulfill their lifetime financial goals and dreams.
Hey there, I'm Pat Stetzer.
And I'm Michael Duffy, inviting you to join us for The Score and more.
Each week we'll talk about high school sports in Carroll County. We'll share information about upcoming games, highlight coaches and athletes, and much more.
We'll even try to have a little fun along the way. Don't miss The Score and More podcast, presented by CMSportsNet.
The Score and More Sports podcast is available online at carrollmediacenter.org and on a variety of podcast channels. Welcome back to Game On. Let's jump right back into the winter sports action. The wrestling regular season is winding down, but there's still big matches on the schedule, and there was one big match last week when South Carroll hosted Manchester Valley. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of those highlights. Eli Gabrielson stays unbeaten on the season with a pin here in his match at 120 pounds for the Cavaliers. This was early on in the duel against Man Valley.
At 126.
Now it's Jojo Gelati facing Braden Vandervoort, and Gelati is on the attack. A cradle he locks in here is going to lead to a pin, and South Carroll, after the win by Gelati, lead Man Valley 29-6. Late in the dual meet, we have Manny Rodriguez, who locks in the cradle, and Rodriguez is going to get the fall at 2:15. A nice cradle there from Manny, and South Carroll cruises a 53-18 win over Manchester Valley. Now over to some county wrestling results. The Owls went 2-0 at a tri-meet against John Carroll and Bel Air. South Carroll stayed hot, and the Man Valley Century dual meet went right down to the wire. All right, time to see the top records in each co-ed weight class, and we'll start with the lighter weights. Just mentioned Eli Gabrielson, 26-0 as of South Carroll's duel Wednesday night against Winters Mill. Century's Chris Brooks is about to hit 30 wins on the year at 132. And now the heavier weights, another unbeaten. It's Winters Mill's Chris Gang at 150, and Kevin Kern is giving Liberty a standout year at 190. County standings time now. These records are as of the matches that are being held Wednesday. The Cavaliers can wrap up an unbeaten regular season in the county with a win against the Falcons. Still a big turnaround for Winters Mill. They went winless in the county duels last winter. And some upcoming matches from around the county. One more big county tri-meet. It takes place Thursday at Francis Scott Key. Century hosting the Lions of Frederick County, and Liberty has a Saturday morning match at Boonesboro. The Winters Mill South Carroll match is a big one as the Cavaliers try to cap an unbeaten regular season in the CCAL. You stay tuned for highlights from that one from Winfield. And also Francis Scott Key hosting the Mavericks and Liberty, another big county tri-meet, and that one is set for February 6th in Uniontown. Regional duels are on the horizon, and as is the annual county championship tournament. As always, we got you covered, so stay with us as February moves on. Okay, time for the latest CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week. We head to Westminster High School, pay a visit to a reigning girls wrestling county champ who looks to be rounding into postseason form just in time. Let's find out who it is. The latest CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week, Caroline McCann, Westminster Wrestling. Caroline, big weekend, Queen of the Jungle,
Yep.
First place in your weight class. I think 4-0 and 3 pins, if not mistaken.
Yep.
What was the experience like, first off, going on the road against Queen Anne's, who you guys wrestled with back here at practice during the holidays? What was that like last weekend to do what you guys did?
It was fun. We saw a lot of girls that we've seen through tournaments earlier in the season, so it was nice to be able to see all the competition.
You always want to go out there and do your best, but to get a win like that kind of late in the season with championships coming up, what's it do for you personally and sort of like getting your mind right, getting your body right for what might be coming at counties, regionals, and states?
Yeah, it definitely tells me what I should keep focusing on in practice and what I should do going forward, showing me like my weaknesses, my strengths.
Now you have the county title from last year, so you have that memory of being in this gymnasium and like knowing what it takes to get it done. Right now, physically, where are you? I know this long season. I know you have the knee brace on sometimes.
Yeah.
We saw you last week, I think, get a win, a little bit of a limp. Everyone's feeling something this time of the year. How are you feeling right now as we get into the last few weeks of the season?
A little banged up, but mentally strong, so we're ready to go.
How much does what you guys achieved last year, and you personally winning the county title individually, having a good success? I know it's a whole year ago, but it's got to give you good, mental, preparation in terms of like what's coming up next. Like you said, does that give you that added advantage? You think as we get ready for the end of the season, as you want to do well at states as well? So where are you right there in terms of the mental aspect of things, as we only have a few weeks to go?
Yeah, I think knowing what to expect is important, and having that confidence of knowing you've been there before and knowing what you got to do to get it done.
All right, well, congrats on a great week and good luck the rest of the year. Caroline McCann, the latest CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week.
CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week is brought to you by Barnes-Bollinger Insurance.
Congratulations to Caroline McCann, the latest CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week, and a look at all the selections from the winter season so far. And that will do it for this week's episode of Game On. As always, we thank you for watching. A reminder, we'll have live coverage from Uniontown on Thursday with the county wrestling tri-meet between Liberty, Man Valley, and Francis Scott Key. Matches should get underway around 4 p.m. Also, don't forget, we'll have county wrestling live coverage for you in a few weeks from the tournament. And don't forget, our next Game of the Week broadcast is set for Friday when Westminster hosts Century in a pivotal county boys basketball game. Pre-game coverage is set for 6:20, and the game gets underway at 6:30. Be sure to catch all of our high school sports content online on Facebook and YouTube, and you can also visit our website at cmsportsnet.com. You can watch us on cable channel HD 1072, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram at CMSportsNetAction. Thanks again, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Hungry? Genova's to go. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more. Fresh hot pizza right from the oven. Genova's to go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genova's to go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genova's to go. Genova's to go carry-out, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations. Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg for lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genova's to go.
There's a lot about Sarah and Tara that's exactly alike. They drink the same coffee, they have the same great job, and they both have a high-quality education. The only difference? Sarah spent her first 2 years at Carroll Community College, getting the same exceptional education, but at less than half the cost. So while Tara uses her paycheck to make student loan payments, Sarah can use hers for other things, like going out for coffee. Get started at carrollcc.edu.
Carroll Indoor Sports Center, celebrating its 30th season. 66,000 square feet of fields and courts. Rain or shine, multiple soccer and lacrosse leagues. Artificial turf fields and courts to rent. Party rooms and snack bar available. Summer camp for the kids. Safe indoor environment for athletes of all ages. Carroll Indoor Sports Center, your sport anytime.